Welcome to Muscle Maintenance within Shape Fitness. Sorry we had a little audio glitch there for a second. But I'm Kim Watkins, your trainer, and this is In Shape Fitness for Tuesday, December 11th. It's a level 2 workout, so stand up. Let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up moves. 2 moves we're going to do to warm up, and then just like yesterday, we're going to do the same 6 moves, 30 seconds each, twice, and everything will be taken up a slight notch to the second level of difficulty. And I'll talk a little bit about how to go backwards or forwards during that process as we move along. Okay, so the first thing are arm circles with butt kicks. So stand up, get your shoulders back, tuck in your tailbone, and engage your tummy muscles. Now kick those heels up as high as you can. Really kick your own butt there, and as you're doing that, extend your arms out to the sides and draw fairly large and very controlled arm circles. You don't want a couple of spaghetti noodles out there flapping in the wind. Really focus on opening up the shoulder, opening up using the shoulder rather, opening up the back as you move your arms forward, and opening up the chest as you round the back side there. Now switch directions. Whichever direction you started in, go the other way. Couple more seconds. Keep breathing. Make sure that you are in the, you're starting to think about how you're going to breathe once your heart rate starts to go up, because we're getting ready. In fact, now you're going to jog in place and really focus, right? No shuffling your feet and just sort of getting by here. Really get those feet up. Like a run, if you think about it, is a controlled pivot from one leg to the next, the jumping pivot. So you really want to get those legs up in the air. You're going to kick your heels back like you were doing just now, but you're jumping as you jog in place, and swinging your arms. A couple more seconds. Well, we're going to start with jumping jacks today. If you did the workout yesterday, you know that we did half jacks. The first move all week long is some kind of jack. So you get your standard jacks today. Okay, let's start those now. You want to make sure that you keep your back straight. This is very important. You will need to do 3 things really. Keep a bend in your knee for shock absorption. I'm starting the 30 seconds now. You want to land lightly on the balls of your feet. Don't slam those heavy feet down. You're not a robot. You don't really even need your heels. So stay light on your feet and make sure your hands touch up at the top. Now keep going. You're halfway through. Your heart rate isn't up yet. It will be after this. Very nice. 5 more seconds. And I move my head far away from the microphone. Okay, here I am. Now, bring your feet together, but staggered. So I want you to, instead of touching the balls of your feet and your heels, nestle the left ball into the arch of the right foot, and then extend your arms up over your head, press your palms together, and breathe. Keep those abs engaged. This is where you do a Kegel. If you're a girl, you want to contract all of the muscles in your hips, your abs, tuck in your tailbone, squeeze that tree trunk of a leg you've got. We're going to do the opposite foot stance in the second set. Okay, we're just going through straight 30 seconds with this sort of altered step to make the eye stick, which is what we did yesterday with our feet together. We call it an eye stick pose. You've got 5 seconds. And it's mostly about stability and balance, isometrically contracting as many muscles in the body as possible. Okay, now we're going to do a standard squat. So plant your feet shoulder width apart. And as you sit down, inhale, squat all the way down and back. Keep your back straight. Your weight is shifting to your heels now. Exhale and stand all the way up slowly. Inhale, down, 2, 3. Should be in the seated position now. Exhale, up, 2, and 3. Let's do one more really good one. Down, 2, 3. Pause and up, 2, 3. Now you're on your hands and knees. Good job. Good job. Graduated to the floor here. We're going to do a bird dog move. So we're in the same position as yesterday. Cat camel is what we did yesterday, to just do a little bending of the back. And if you need to do 1 or 2 of those right now, go ahead, where you drop your head like a bowling ball and round up the spine. And we're going to do a bird dog. So the key point with a bird dog is you're going to extend your right arm out, straight out through from your head, parallel to the floor. Keep the shoulders flat. You don't want the right shoulder to go up as you extend the arm out. So turn the palm towards your head. Now, extend the left leg back, point the toe, and don't let the left hip go up. Now switch. Left arm, right leg. Keep switching. So again, this is a stability move for the back that builds paraspinal strength. These are small muscles on the underside of the muscles that are kind of on the back part of your, the back, the actual back muscle that you'll feel if you touch your back. It's the trapezius. And underneath, the muscles that connect the spine are where we're sort of focusing our strength move for this particular bird dog exercise. You're building diagonal dimensional strength, and that is very good for your back. Okay, now let's do a reverse plank like we did yesterday, only we're going to take turns on each foot separately. So get yourself turned up towards your ceiling, hands underneath your shoulders, heels on the floor, toes up. Lift your hips and lift the right leg. I'm left-handed, so I tend to start things with my left side. Most people start with the right. And I try to start with my right most of the time as well, just as an inclination that, or a knowledge that everybody else is not what I am. Most people are not left-handed, but switch, by the way, now to the other leg. And, but sometimes it just comes out. Sorry. So forgive me if you ever start with the other thing that I say to start with. Sometimes I'll be looking at someone and tell them to use their left leg, and then they're using their right leg. Face to face with someone, they'll still do the wrong thing. But it doesn't really matter because you just switch to the other side when you're done, when we switch. Okay, turn your body over. Now your hands are behind your head, your knees are in the air, feet in the air at a 90-degree angle. Squeeze and lift up. This is our bent knee crunch. Exhale, lift up. If this is not hard enough for you, you can move on to tomorrow's crunch, which is a dead bug crunch. So you're bringing your elbows to your knees and then lowering both upper body and lower body back to start afterwards. So if you at some point you want to pick things up, feel free. You've got 15 more seconds on the crunch as it is. Why don't you, let's see, if you also want to do something a little more interesting, pause now. You've got 10 seconds. Do little pulses up at the top. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those tiny little 1-inch pulses are sometimes really effective in the sculpting process. Okay, stand back up. Let's get our second set started in, let's see, 15 seconds. We'll start the second set. So take a deep breath, jog in place if you're already ready and you're conditioned enough to feel like you really could just go on like right now, which is great. It means that your level 3 and 4 and 5 workouts for this week will be really effective. Okay, jumping jacks, get going. Big, wide circles. Make sure your arms are relatively straight, landing lightly on the balls of your feet. Keep the back straight, keep your abs engaged. Really move with a purpose here. The deliberate nature of the precision of your movement makes a huge difference in terms of your metabolic output, because when you don't control your body, when you allow gravity and momentum to help you during a workout, which we've all been there, we do it, you lose a little bit of your output. Okay, now you're standing really tall with the left foot, with the opposite foot position. So I think the right foot was forward and the left foot was nestled into the right arch. So do the opposite. The left foot is forward, and extend your arms up over your head and squeeze and breathe. Right, so anytime you are moving, and in the pose like the eye stick, the purpose is, as I said before, to isometrically contract all of the muscles in your body that you can actually contract. So the sort of smaller muscles like that you're squeezing when you're squeezing your hips, the like interior butt muscles and the hip muscles and some of the lower muscles in the lower leg. You've got 10 seconds left, by the way. Those are generally they don't get a lot of action, right? We don't do that much in terms of physical movement. Now we're going to our squats. I'll get off my soapbox for a moment about isometric contractions. Plant your feet shoulder width apart. Make sure your toes don't turn out. Lower your body. And exhale, lift back up. Keep that going for another 15 seconds. If this isn't hard enough for you, you want to move faster. We're doing a dynamic squat coupled with a super slow motion squat tomorrow. So you can move a little bit faster now. You've got 3 seconds left. And lower your body now down onto the floor for the bird dog. Again, before you start moving those limbs, make sure that your core is in the right place. So in this case, your hands are underneath your shoulders, your hips and knees are in line, and your back is flat. It's not arched and it's not concave. It's not rounded up like the cat, right? It's neutral. Now extend the right arm and the left leg. 30 seconds is starting. And the left arm and the right leg. This is, again, stability in the spine, building strength in diagonal dimensions by extending, building distance, increasing the distance between the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. You're doing great. You've got 10 more seconds. Remember to move with control. Once again, there's that issue where if you move too quickly, you know, it seems like it's better because you're doing more, but more is not better in this case. You want to have complete control over your body. Okay, turn yourself over and plant yourself on the floor again with your body facing up into the reverse plank. Only this time, do we switch feet last time? Yeah, I think we did actually. Okay, so let's start on the right foot this time. That was what I meant to do before. And the left, you can just stack on top of the right or hold it in the air, whichever you prefer. Well, you're just holding this position for another 5 seconds, then we'll switch legs. And after that, we're going to finish you off with that bent knee crunch one more time, and you'll be ready for your Tuesday. Gosh, one of the final Tuesdays of the month, and we will be taking the final week of the year off from these workouts, only because, well, quite frankly, I'm not going to be around, and I don't think that this microphone, the studio where I do my most of my bigger work, this studio lets me borrow a microphone, and I can carry it around with me, but I don't think they're going to let me leave the state of New York with it. So, okay, put your hands behind your head. Maybe if I can figure out a way, it might not sound quite as good, but maybe I'll do a few workouts during the break week, and we'll just do something special. So, lift your feet up and squeeze. Exhale as you come up. Really squeeze and get those ribs up off the floor as high as you can get the torso. Very nice. Always is very helpful, especially with people off from their jobs. Sometimes, you know, gyms see a little more activity, and sometimes it's you know, just easier to do exercise when you don't have to go into the office. So I do want to do something for you. And if you have any ideas, let me know. You can post something on our Facebook page or send me an email, kim@inshapellc.com. Just let me know. All right, I'm Kim Watkins. You're done. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow for our level 3 workout. Have a great day.